You broke up in June with the woman you were with.
Yes.
How long were you together?
A long time.
More than 5 years?
Yeah.
Long enough that she claimed they were married.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she did claim that.
Right.
That's just probably. I'm thinking that's a monetary motivational thing.
You think?
Yeah, it sounds
Because
like
I haven't figured it out yet.
Oh, so am I shedding some light on that with my insight?
Thank you.
And who broke up with who? Was it you or was it her?
It was me, but it's just it kind of run its course, and so there didn't seem to be much in it for me. And she's a hugely talented person, and she's quite capable of getting out there and getting after it like I do. I still do 110 cities a year. And I really, I don't mind working really hard but unless the other person is just going on vacations without me and, stuff like that.
Oh, you feel like if you're going to put in the effort and make the money and they're going to go on vacations without you, But if someone goes on vacations without you, were they going on vacations where you weren't too sure what they were doing, or was it just with other girlfriends?
Well, I guarantee you not completely positive. But usually other girlfriends, I don't know. I don't know.
But it was more just like I'm working, and the money that I'm bringing in is just going right out. Right. I'm not even seeing it. There's nothing.
Literally.
Yeah.
Literally.
Were you suspicious? I get very suspicious very fast.
I was never really suspicious, or because she had signed off on the hand jobs for me. So when I was on the road, I'd go, I got a headache. Why don't you get a hand job? You always feel better after a hand job.
Really?
Yeah. And so we weren't really complex that way very much. So I really didn't. I don't know.
You didn't ask. She didn't ask.
Yeah, right.
Would you have been crazy if she was like she hooked up once and you were together, or could you live with that?
I could live with it.
Okay. Yeah, that's a better mentality. That's a much healthier mentality.
The problem with it was that and I've never talked about this on the radio, but, you're Jim, so.
And nothing you do is weirder than what I've done. So.
Right, yeah, there's nothing, absolutely. You're like a snake fucker or something. You got weird videos.
A snake
dude.
receiver.
You can't keep putting that stuff in your head, man. You can't do it. But it's it was a run for a while, and now it's over.
What were you just gonna say? That you say you don't get suspicious. You could live with it if she had done something.
Yeah. People make mistakes. She did some things. Just said some things that were just designed to make me look bad, like she was homeless or all that, that I'd left her with no money, and all these things are not true. And if you wanted to make me look bad, you really don't have to go past the truth.
Right.
He's a philandering dickhead. I'd have gone, nailed it. Bingo. Sorry.
But you think that there's no exaggeration necessary to show that you're not a perfect partner?
Yeah, no, not at all. Not at all.
Is it tough when you've got a relationship that you're leaving where you do have kind of freedom to do what it is that you need to do, to then find another relationship where somebody's going to be equally as allowing?
Yeah. Equally as allowing.
Yeah.
Wow, what a sentence, dude. I like that. That's fancy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mr. Fancy Talk.
Absolutely. He's very
words.
good.
Yeah.
Very good. Allison is the girl I'm seeing now, and she's a spine surgeon. And so, real busy, and, can't really, she travels some. She doesn't work every day, but she, tries to keep up with me. But it's, and then she's also a, big time athlete. She's almost as old as me, and but she was a 100-meter hurdler for the Canadian national team when she was young. Still stays in ridiculous shape.
Right.
So you don't like people that aren't busy?
I don't know.
Like, it gets annoying to be around.
Sometimes I get annoyed when people are too busy to hang with me.
Yeah, when you want to bring someone on the road, like, I'm going to a cool city, can you come?
Yeah.
And they're like, no, I got to work. And you want to go, your shit job, do you know how much money I make in my job? Come with me.
Right. Yeah. But I really can't do that with
Can't say
her
that.
because she's a surgeon and she makes a lot of money. So, you take what you get. So
Let me ask you, too. You said, or I've read, I don't know if it's true or not, maybe you didn't say this. Was it true you did not want to get married without a prenup, which I think is an extremely smart way to be?
not only did I say that, I didn't get married without a prenup. So, and we were going to, we'd planned this big, huge wedding in Dallas that I don't know if she spent $250,000 on, if she spent a nickel of it. And I was pissed then, still pissed about that wedding. And the way she got me to agree to it, she said, well, I'll sign a prenup so I'll just, recognize all the things that have happened before I got here.
Sure.
Which is a bunch.
Yeah.
And, but when it came down to it, they were stalled, and her lawyer and my lawyer, and then it got to where it was too close to the date for it to be valid. And
How close to the day? I heard with them you should be a month out.
I think a couple of weeks, but this got to within 6 or 7 days, and then it was going to be completely void.
Because then she signed under duress. Then they could challenge.
Exactly. So I thought, well, I thought I would marry her, because she said, well, then we'll just, we'll have this ceremony thing. It's a party. People came from all over the world, and all over the world. She toured Europe, had a lot of friends over there. So I genuinely thought I would marry her at that time. I'm deeply in love with her, and but we just never did it. I mean, it was always there to sign. Her lawyer approved it. My lawyer approved it. She just never did it. And it turns out in California that matters. Because I just assumed, I'm screwed here. But it turns out I probably am anyway. But there is no common law in California. So you can live with somebody 100 years. And if you don't have a contract with them, then if you do, you're done. But if you don't, doesn't matter. You're not married to them. It's and the same in Georgia, but not Texas. So what she's claiming is that we spent so much time in Texas visiting our family and performing that makes us married in Texas.
So the prenup was there, and basically that stalling by the lawyer was probably to get it in that red zone, so it could be challenged later. Well, they signed a week before the wedding. She was under duress, and they a lot of times will get flipped. That was just a lawyer.
I can't imagine that he wouldn't know that.
Yeah, if I know it, and I dropped out of high school, and I'm a confused sexual person,
right.
He knows it.
Yeah, right.
And the lawyers, it's because you have to provide the lawyer for her. You have to have someone look at it. Let her have a legal person look at it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, were you resentful of her coming back and going, "No, I want this," or "No, I want that," or did you go, "No, it's a part of the process"?
No, I was annoyed. I was annoyed by it, but it is part of the process. It's she still felt scorned and for whatever reason, and in fact, I think she's playing the Cutting Room in New York this weekend. Go see her; she's amazing.